Okay, ladies, we're going to discuss question 2. So you're going to tell me about the combination of your main task and your ancillary task. So I want you to start off by just giving me an overview of the short film that you made. Any of you can do that.
We start off seeing all of us go into the shop to buy our lottery ticket, and then goes on to like the night beginning, us drinking.
So far, that's like an equilibrium of Todorow's theory, and then we go to the morning after. So it starts off chronological, and then it skips parts.
Fast forwards.
Yeah. And then I make a phone call to Sarah, and then she explains it all. But we use a photo montage to explain what happened, and then what happens after that?
Is it the disruption?
Yeah, that would be classed as disruption.
When we realise we've lost the ticket. So the next part of the film is us trying to work out what we've done with it and trying to find it.
And then we realise that we don't know where Faye is, so we ask each other the question, and then
there's another photo montage explaining where she is and what
but
happened to her.
in all of this we've got timings on it, so it's makes the narrative clearer to the audience.
So what's the resolution? What happens at the end?
Well, the audience find out it's in Faye's head, but the actual characters don't realise that.
Yeah, so it doesn't end on a new equilibrium because we don't know what's happened.
Who was your target audience for this film then?
Teenage girls.
When you say teenage, what?
It started off initially, it was just for teenagers because it was meant to be quite comedic, but as we went on, because all 3 main characters are female, it probably would appeal more to the female teenager.
Like 15 to 25-year-olds, really.
Yeah. With the style of your film, is it similar to anything that's popular in the media today? Can it be compared to anything?
Yeah, but there would be feature-length films and not like alternative short films. Because it is quite hard to put all of what we've done into like 5 minutes. It's easier to put it into a longer film.
Yeah.
So it's not really like any other short.
How will a target audience understand like the theme, if you like, of your film? What would connect them to?
It's like relevant to their lives. They're going through similar experiences to what happened in the film.
Yeah, because you play on like a really obvious sort of rite of passage, really, don't you? So that's your review of the film for Empire magazine. Just talk me through the techniques you've employed.
Well, I researched into Empire magazine and the film magazines, and I stuck to the house styles that they followed of like central images, like large images used, and interviews, and like the small details such as the certificate and the running time. And I give it a double page spread because there's not many double page spreads in Empire for short films. Like, it's not something that they usually follow, in hope that like the popularity of like short films and Empire could take it on and investigate, like add more things to that.
Just put your poster up just for a minute. I know we can see it on part of the article, but just put your poster up. Right, talk me through that, and then we'll bring them both together afterwards. What's the purpose of a poster?
Oh, the purpose of my poster was to like promote it, and more of as a teaser poster than to advertise it, and then like something that would be shown at the actual like premiere of the movie. And I did that by like, I didn't add too much detail to it. I gave it the title, and I used a photo montage background of various different things, and then the Rain Dance Festival logo in the middle to show like where it's been shown. And then I'm going to edit it and add a blurb to it, just so to make it obvious that it is a short film instead of a feature-length film.
Yeah. But your poster, to me, and this can be a discussion, this can be something for you to think about, doesn't look as much as if it appeals to girls as perhaps, you know, a poster could when you think of the sorts of posters that you see in Heat magazine for films.
Yeah.
So that might be a really, really clever thing to do. Because, well, how might that work if you think about what I've said? Just there, who might that attract?
Well, just larger audiences than just females. Like, it could appeal to like male audiences because they don't know what it's about. And it's only the images in the background that kind of like make it obvious that there's female, like it's a female-based movie.
Yeah. If we go to Sarah, so if we can put Sarah's... Okay, Sarah, talk me through your poster then.
Well, when I was researching posters, I looked at the Hangovers and how they do like different character posters. So I wanted to do that for mine. And on this version of my poster, I've done the tagline on 2 different lines, but I'm going to move that so it's all on one line, so it's easier to follow. I've put in different awards that the film would get, which I've also done for that. I've spoke about the best director in my radio trailer as well. At the bottom, I've put a logo of YouTube because that's where it's going to be shown, and the logo of Guinness because they sponsor them.
That's good. Tell me a little bit more about your radio trailer.
I followed a comedy theme in that as well, and it starts off with a bit of our... I've got some of our synopsis, and it says, watch as 3 friends embark on what would be a night to remember, or maybe not, but in between the first bit and the or maybe not bit, I put what the hell happened last night, which is a bit from our film, that add to like the comedy thing.
That's good. With your radio trailer, Sarah, where do you imagine it being broadcast? What kind of radio stations?
Like college radio stations,
Why?
because of the target audience. It'll be like they'll be listening to it, so kind of draw them in.
Yeah, that's good. And how about your poster? Where would you imagine your poster being located?
Maybe on social networking sites too, because teenagers use them a lot.
Yeah, it would make more sense, wouldn't it, to be an e-poster in a lot of ways, because you talked about YouTube being the exhibitor, if you will, of your film. Can you remember that term we use in film studies when you talk about something that's spread via the internet or on the computer?
Word of mouth.
Well done. Yeah. That would be a good example, wouldn't it, where people can pass the poster on via the social networking. Faye, I'll just come back to you. Same thing, with your poster. I mean, you did talk about it being exhibited at the actual, I think you said at the exhibition venue, so it was like an idea of if it was showing at the film festival, those posters would be around the film festival. Was there anywhere else that you were thinking your posters would be located? I ask you because I didn't ask you before.
Just the same as Sarah, really, just on social networking websites, just to promote the movie itself and draw attention to it.
Are there any other reasons why you picked Empire magazine?
I know the readership for Empire magazine is more male and female, and that kind of links back to my poster and the fact that it's not aimed at a particular gender audience.
That's good. So yeah, you'll get a wider audience again. Ellie, if I just go to you, and I'm going to ask you to talk me through your poster first of all. I'll just zoom into that. Okay.
Well, at the bottom of the banner, I display where it's where you can see it, and it says on a computer screen now, which is saying that it's out now. And then I've put a quote from Heat magazine, which is aimed at the same target audience as what our film is, and then it's got a star rating above it. And then it says it's a Sef production, which is our team name of the productions. And then if you look above it, it's got the title of the film, Red Ticket. Obviously it's the house style carrying on with the red theme, because it's called Red Ticket. And then we did a photo montage, and then we've took that picture there from that. And then above we've got the tagline.
Which is, just repeat the tagline because I don't know if we've said it yet.
One night, 3 friends, a lottery ticket and a boat, which is run throughout each of our product.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Because that's your house style, if you like, or your brand identity.
Yeah.
It tags everything and we link it all together. And then you did the radio trailer, didn't you?
Yes.
Will you just talk me through your radio trailer and some of the techniques that you used and why you used them?
Well, mine was very similar to Sarah's. I started mine with diegetic sounds of the sample of the foghorn off the ferry, and then it goes to the phone call of the dialing, and then me saying what the hell happened last night, and then I go to the synopsis, and then after the synopsis we go through, we follow the conventions that were in radio trailers when we were looking on YouTube, and then the most recent one was the Avatar one, so we looked at what kind of things they put in there, where it was shown and everything, and what it's about, and certificate ratings as well, because it's a lot to do with alcohol consumption. At the end I said about the awareness of alcohol and the dangers of it.
Yeah, the drink responsibly message is a really sensible thing to do, isn't it? So Ellie, with your radio trailer, where would you imagine it being played?
Well, considering the target audience is the younger people, females particularly, I thought Spotify would be a good place to launch it.
That's a really good idea.
Because it's more likely to be heard as well. And then I thought the poster could come up on banners on YouTube as well, so it's easy to get to.
Yeah, that's good. If this were a feature-length film, would your poster designs and your radio trailers and your magazine article, would they have been different, and would you have imagined them being exhibited in different ways if it were a full-length film? Yeah, so what was the problem with it being a short film? Was that almost quite difficult to market?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I think when we initially thought of the idea, we were thinking more big scale.
Yeah.
So it was hard to put it into a short
To
film.
get all our ideas into the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
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 So when we were doing research tasks into the posters and everything, we were looking at hangover rather than short films. So
Yeah.
we followed the conventions of having a character poster each.
Yeah. Why might that be a really good thing, though, to attract your audience? The fact that you've looked at popular feature-length films to base your ideas on. Why might that help you?
Because we know it's established and we know it's successful, so we know that our target audience will.
They like that.
Yeah. Because it might attract them to audiences aren't. Well, a short film audience is very fickle and very different, isn't it, to your sort of standard feature-length film audience. So you've got to try and grab them in a different way. Do all three of you, do you make it clear in the work that you've done that it is a short film? Is it evident in the poster and the trailer?
In my radio trailer, I said like Heat Magazine says it's a half a minute for its 5-minute entirety.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, mine mentions that it's a short film as well, and that it's on YouTube, so it's obviously not going to be a full-length film.
Yeah.
And on the poster it says at the bottom, in the banner.
That's good. Okay, so finally, just to recap with the question about the combination of your ancillary tasks and your main task, what was the purpose of your ancillary tasks and how successful do you think you've been in achieving that purpose?
Oh, well, the intention of it was to promote the product and to promote the film, so
Get
people
to
are aware
know
of
about
it. Well, our target audience, we want them to become aware of it. So
Yeah.
like creating the poster where they're going to see it and placement of where they're going to see it. It's going to help it be seen.
And do you think, because you've all done it in very different ways, so with your posters, for example, can you all see that your poster designs can appeal to your target audience or your slightly wider audience, not even your core audience, through what elements in particular?
I just think like the font choice and everything really. We've got a quote in there which I am going to change because I'm going to make it less ambiguous so people aren't wondering.
Yeah. What's that? What do we call it? You've kind of set up some Baths talks about them. When you, yeah. So you've created some enigmas, and the idea is that if we watch the film, those questions will hopefully be answered.